Good morning, my name is Walter Potenza, chef by profession, but today I have the honor and the privilege of introducing a bunch of friends who have something important to share with you. With me on my left, CINZIA URIATI. Robin is the president of, go ahead Robin.
The National Organization of Italian American Women, the Rhode Island region.
Oh, that's so great. CINZIA, what are we doing here? So, what are you leading?
Okay, so the leading is for La Festa della Donna, which I will held in Crown Plaza this March 11 at 6 p.m. And I'm here to tell you more about it.
That is in Warwick, state of Rhode Island. That's
Yes.
where we are today.
Yes.
And this location is a Tony Colonial.
Yes.
This is the oldest Italian, we call it gourmet store here in Rhode Island. Tony Di Cico and his lovely wife Gina started this concept in 1969. They purchased the building, and just in tune with every immigrant's life story, they continued to be successful, and today they can proudly say that they are the leaders in bringing some of the most authentic ingredients in Rhode Island. It is a, how should I call it, for a chef like me, it's a play store, a place where you can pick all your ingredients, where you can really use your imagination and put them to use. And a couple other friends here, ma'am, buongiorno. Lei?
Buongiorno.
Come si chiama?
Mi chiama Gianna.
Gianna. E il signore chi è?
Sono John Del Negro.
Signor Del Negro, signora?
Mi chiama Adele.
Adele. Adele. So, oggi sei italiana, so we'll put an E at the end. But going back to La Festa della Donna, Festa della Donna translates into the feast related to women,
Yes.
but has an historical meaning. It's part of the International Women's Day, which is celebrated every March all across the world, to celebrate the women, to celebrate the integration, the struggle, the equality, to make the women more prominent in a world dominated by men. Today the theme is, or this year, 2023, the theme is integration in technology. And never more than now, it's so very important, Cizia, because women are slowly getting into the technology department, designing, programming into computers and so on. So you have come a long way.
Yes.
In the past 100 years, and I want to tell you that it all started, unfortunately, because of a fire in New York City.
New York,
right?
right.
Do you recall anything about that?
I do.
Right.
You want to
That
share
was
it?
the shirtwaist fire that occurred, and there were many women that were burned alive, and many of them died, jumping off of the building because they had no place to go.
Right.
And this happened in New York City.
This was a sweatshop, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was called a
On the
shirtwaist.
upper floors.
Yes, it was a factory, and there was oil on the floor. Everything was wood. There were things piled in the hallway. There was no place for them to go. There was a woman typing, telling the upper floor that there was a fire, and some of the women had no place to go.
Wow, that is really. And after that, I believe the union were formed, the labor union.
Many unions were trying to be formed at this period of time in several states, and finally we ended up.
Right.
That's where they stopped paying attention now to clearing the hallways and having safety.
And one of those unions, I want you to know, was in the state of Rhode Island, where the Labor Union of America began and continued under the tutelage of the Coia family, Arthur Coia and his father, who began with the president of the Labor Union of America, which belonged to Jimmy Hoffa at the time. So that's how it all got started. But your feast is...
It's to celebrate actually what we have achieved.
Right.
So it's to celebrate the women that today are managers. Today they can fly airplanes. Today they can be doctors. They can vote. I can go back on and on
That's
and
right.
on for what we have achieved.
How many years you've been doing this now?
13 years since I moved here in Rhode Island. I start with 8 of us, and we get growing and growing to a huge party that I'm so grateful.
Robin, this is an important day even for your group, right? I mean,
Yes. Well, certainly when you consider just CINZIA's achievement that going from 8 women, now her latest
Over 200.
her latest attendee list is 200 women. The preparations are going so beautifully. The centerpieces are going to be prizes, so there will be 20 opportunities to win a prize on that day. And the whole design of it is actually taken right from CINZIA's hometown, which is Sora in Frosinone. So it's going to be very authentic. It's going to be a very beautiful time, and from old to young. So
Yes.
as little as they can come to
From
as old as
0
they can
to-
come, we want
yes.
them to be part of the
All
celebration.
women and girls celebrating
now, NOIAW,
together.
how many members does it have in Rhode Island?
NOIAW has about 50 members in Rhode Island, almost 500 nationally.
Okay.
And there are 4 regions. There is the New York region, Washington, D.C., Connecticut, and Rhode Island. So actually we are, the organization always wants to promote all of the successes of women professionally, but also, in my view, we want to celebrate women who are up and coming, who are going to be the next stars of the economy, of the community. We want to support them from the bottom up. So that's my goal.
Well, the time is no longer that a woman who was confined to become just a mother. There is a saying in Italy where a woman has 13 jobs and the man only has 1. The woman is in charge of the well-being of the family, the nutritional aspect, the hygienic aspect. As we often say, if a child in school has dirty fingernails, nobody will ask who's the father of this kid. They will always blame the mother, right? The job of a father, my job and his job here, is to tell all of our friends that we are the boss, but we're really not. So we celebrate International Women's Day because, again, we elevate the role of a woman and what she has been able to accomplish all throughout history.
And also to promote the Italian culture and language as well, and to keep that going through the ages.
I mean, this is what CINZIA is doing here. This program is called Cappuccino.
E conversazione.
So it's a conversation and cappuccino because Italians are essentially.
Conversazione.
And this group of people, they together meet, I think,
Every
weekly.
other Saturday.
Every other Saturday.
Yeah. And here in Federal Hills, we choose the best places, like here in Tony Colonio.
Right.
And we just talk and parliamo italiano.
See. And John Del Negro started a meetup group where we used to meet.
Yeah.
Sì.
Yep. Well, there is nothing better than connecting with our bloodline and our ancestry. I find always interesting, and even last night I had a cooking class. Some people came, also my family came from Calabria. The theme last night was Calabria. And so last night I asked these 2 people, they were into education, where was your family from? And you know, the answer is somewhere in Calabria on a mountain. Now, as an Italian, I like to remind everybody that Italy is surrounded by water 74%. Can it be that everybody was born on the top of a mountain and nobody was born near the water, right, Adrian? And so my point of saying this is that I think we owe it to ourselves, to our bloodline, to research and to pass along, because we only have a last name. When we are raised in a specific family, we inherit a clean last name. And my mother's famous word when I left Italy was, we gave you a clean last name. Your job is to maintain it and to pass it along to the next generation clean. You know what I mean by that. Don't get in trouble, you know, the usual stuff. So I think that what she does, Robin, who's constantly into researching Guarcino, because she is a Guarcianese, she will let you know all about Guarcino and the ciociaria, and of course this lady here,
Sora.
you know.
Ma abbiamo anche Cassino con la signora Gina.
La signora is from
and
Santa
Bella
Yes.
città.
Sant'Apollinare, Sant'Ambrogio, so we have them all here. So
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
I wanted to tell all the lady for La Festa della Donna event that is coming that we have a special guest, which is Miss Rhode Island, Abby Mazzolillo, which is a great guest. So don't miss it. Call me to get your table.
So, how do they get a hold of you? You can say it here.
Yes. Through Facebook, they can contact me on Sora CINZIA. We have a group, an Italian group that is called Amici in Rhode Island, and just today is so easy to reach me. So.
And also for you, anybody who wants to join NOIAW?
Yes, that certainly. The acronym is NOIAW.org.
Very well. Well, we'll do this. This video is going to be published on YouTube, and we're going to run on the program called The Italians. Underneath, on the show notes, I will have the information about the Festa della Donna, and I will have the information about NOIAW. Okay, so that people can get a hold of you. They can join CINZIA to have a nice, wonderful dinner and to celebrate this wonderful March 8th, and also NOIAW, and meet these lovely folks that I have here this morning with us. Would you like?
And for everyone to come to Tony's Colonial to buy some wonderful food.
I was about to do that. Thank you. I can always count on you. I'm going to go around and I'm going to wrap up this particular video by showcasing some of the food here. We'll see you a little later. We'll see you, CINZIA, on March 8th.
Yes.
And also with you, I'm already a member of your group, so I'm fine. And this is Tony Colonial, and I'll give you a little glimpse here as we walk around the oldest Italian importing store here in Rhode Island. Tony Colonial was a pioneer in bringing the culinary culture of Italy into the state, and he's been doing this for all of these years, making thousands of customers happy, good quality food, well-researched ingredients, and a philosophy that had never failed, meaning that to bring the best of Italy into this land. So you can always count on some fresh cuisine here every day. People are very responsible, they know their work, and you can always count on their quality food every single day. People come in for all types of foods, whether it's to go or to consume something while sitting here. There's a little cafe in the area where you can sit and consume your delicious food that you've ordered. And these are some of the ingredients you can see: Roman artichokes, some stuffed cherry peppers, and grilled eggplant and oil. Anything in a variety of different cold cuts and preserved meats. Anything to do with good cuisine. On this other aisle, I have something even more importantly. If you're in a mood to have some antipasti, and you can find a variety of different olives from all across Italy and the South Mediterranean basin, and different salads. And then there is the cheesecakes, which Adrian, the owner, is particularly fond of. She selects all these wonderful cheeses, and they'll explain to you exactly what the typology of milk may be, and you can use it in whatever occasion. You will always get the comfort of having someone guiding you in anything that you purchase. So this is Tony Colonial on Atwells Avenue in Providence, the Italian section of the state. And this video ends now, will be on YouTube. And my name is Chef Walter. Thanks for watching and listening. Talk to you soon.